What's going on, y'all? So listen. Okay. I figured, because I'm not trying to be like anybody else. It's just really, really, really beautiful outside. The weather is nice. And I like this natural air that I'm getting. So therefore I said, let me just come on out here and record the video. So if the neighborhood is acting right, y'all might as well just get used to it a little bit. So that's what it is. This is what it is. But anyway, moving on from that, what it is, okay? And I just got off of work, so I just said, fuck it, let me just come back, okay? Because I don't like the light up in the house or whatever. Moving on, what it is, okay? I really hope that y'all are having a good week. So far, so good with me. Things are getting better. Things are progressing. But, yeah, let's just get up into this video. First thing first. An update. Every time we give an update about Brittany Griner, it is never the update that we want to give, okay? The one that we want to hear. What we want to hear is that she has been freed, that she will be getting out real soon. If she's not free right there, she will be leaving Russia and coming over here. No. So we got the update that, they have decided to keep her and extend her detention stay for another 6 months, all the way up until her trial date. I said, wow. So 6 months from now, that's December, and depending on what freaking day it is, that's probably January 2023. So she practically been over there all year. And I feel so bad. It's like, what can you say? And I just hate the fact that there's really no real outrage about it. There's really no real people trying to do anything from what we see. It could be things going on behind the scenes trying to get her home. But from what we see, we don't see too many celebrities talking about it. We don't see too many of her, especially the male counterparts of the basketball world, talking about it. Some may say something here or there, but it's literally like nobody gives a damn. And I really fucking feel bad for her, because I can just imagine the way she's going to feel when she finally get free. It's just not going to be the same. And I know her mental is fucked up. I really know her mental is messed up, because my mental would be messed up doing some shit like that, and you not knowing what the next day is going to hold because you over in another country. But also, let this be a lesson again. And I said it before. Let this be a lesson that you have to abide by the rules that's in all these countries. Just because you probably can get away with certain things, or you probably think that, oh, this ain't no big deal, this cool. You can't do that in other countries, okay? So please be careful. Meanwhile, speaking about more detainment, girl, y'all king, Robert Sylvester Kelly. You know what? I'm not laughing about it, because there's nothing to laugh about. It's a little bit of justice, just a little bit. Damn, you mowing the lawn? Okay. Just a little bit of justice for his victims, and he was sentenced today to 30 years in jail. This was, actually 30 years in prison. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted of leading a criminal enterprise aimed to help him prey on boys, girls, and adults for his own sexual gratification. And at first he faced life in prison, but, they decided to give him nosy ass. Anyway, they decided to just go ahead and give him 30 years. At first, his lawyers was trying to get him up to, I think 25. They knew that he was going to get some time, but they didn't know how much. So they went from life to 25 to 30 years. That's what it is. He's getting 30 years. He's 55 years old. I don't know if it's a possibility of parole that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, if he has to serve all of his time, or even most of his time, he's going to be an old ass man if he comes out of jail alive, or I should say prison alive. Plus he has another case. He has another case in another state that they're working on too. And my whole thing is this. They said he was found guilty last September on all charges against him in the Brooklyn federal case. So it's federal. It said that the charges included racketeering based on sexual exploitation of children, kidnapping, forced labor, and violation of the Mann Act, which barred the transport of people across state lines for sex. So, and I know it's going to be people that's going to be all up in their feelings because this their person and, why didn't this and why didn't that? Yeah, there's a lot of whys. Okay? To be honest, we can all agree that, bitch, let me, fucking ladybug. We can all agree that some of these women that came forward when they were children or whatever, young adults or what I should say, teenagers, and, things happened to them with this grown ass man, we can say that, yeah, maybe the parents could have been, held a little bit responsible because some of them parents, we cannot deny the fact that some of them parents did basically give their child to him. Okay? But we can also say that he's a fucking grown-ass man. Regardless of if a parent, had their child come to meet him, they didn't have them come to meet him to have sex with him. So that's just not what it is. You know what I'm saying? But then again, his reputation and, his handlers. We know a couple of them already got sentenced to jail. The one that admitted to basically trying to, scare witness and get them to not talk, silence witnesses and get them to not talk or whatever. The one that did the shit to that girl, Ezreal Curry's car, whatever, they got them in jail already. But a whole lot more people that was around him need to be in jail at this point as well, because it just was not him. All right. It just was not him. Everybody is complicit and compliant up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for anybody that feel like, oh, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. No, this is justice. They got it right for the most part. For the most part, they got it right. And the reason why I'm saying that, because listen, R. Kelly, if you think about it, you literally went on trial, okay, once before, and you escaped that. You escaped that because at that moment, he was still making good music. We can't deny that. He was still making good music. I'm so sorry. Girl, I got to get used to it. He was still making good music, no lie. When that tape shit came out, and I was young, so I was still here for the little shit because I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? That tape shit came out, and it was clearly him, but, he had the public on his side. He was basically manipulating everything, and as much as, he didn't have anybody testifying against him. None of the victims came out and testified against him, and that's probably what hurt him in this case, because some of the victims were actually coming out and testifying against him, and they found a whole bunch of evidence. All right, a whole bunch of evidence. So if that happened to me and I got myself in that situation, it would take one time, if I fuck up, one time for me not to do it again. And if you do it to a certain point where you don't get caught. And he got caught like a dumbass. You should have been stopped doing this shit. So I don't feel sorry for R. Kelly, and I don't feel sorry for anybody that's upset that he's in jail. He belongs in jail, and he should have been in jail years ago. Moving on from that. And I know people want to be like, oh, you can't support him, don't support him. And the fact of the matter is, we have to come to the understanding that even if we don't want to support his actual catalog that he made, we have to remember that he also has written from a lot of people. He's also produced for a lot of people. A lot of our favorite artists or whatever have had songs by him, with him, or, had his dealings on it. So in a sense, it's really no way to escape his music. You know what I'm saying? So, I really don't care if you still listen or still support, but, we just have to understand that, yeah, he deserved this. He really does. Moving on from that, Ghislaine Maxwell, another bitch. Another bitch, okay? Because what I'm not here for, I'm not here for anybody making excuses for what it's okay to do this, oh, it's okay to do that to children, to teenagers or whatever. No, I don't give a fuck if they're 17, 16, whatever, bitch. Them are not grown-ups, okay? Even at 18, I feel like you can't even make real life decisions, okay? And I still consider you somewhat of a kid because mentally you're not all the way, you're not a grown adult. Your mind is still fucking growing, okay? So mentally you're not grown. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. If y'all don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she was the lady that was helping Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? She was the lady that was helping Jeffrey Epstein. And y'all remember, he got his ass caught up with his nasty, perverted ass and everybody that was around him. Baby, had he, bitch, and I'm not no conspiracy theorist, okay? And y'all know that. But there are certain things that I do hear and I do see and I do think of myself, and I be like, you know what? Certain shit just don't make sense. How all of a sudden he get locked up before we can even get to a goddamn trial, he gone. Now, granted, they said that it was a suicide. He took his own life or whatever, but it just ain't never sat well with me. Maybe he did because he didn't want to have to snitch on everybody else that was involved, because it's a lot of public figures that are involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And for a woman, it always disturbs me for a woman to take part in helping abuse kids, especially giving them to men to sexually abuse them. And I'm sorry that I didn't put up a trigger warning because I apologize for that, but next time I do that. But trigger warning, this is what we're talking about. So if you want to fast forward, just fast forward a little bit. But I just never understood the psychology of that. Maybe because you probably was going through that when you was younger, and that's why you would help another a man do that to another child or whatever, or do it to another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a woman and you sitting here being okay with a man or whoever abusing another woman or abusing a child. I just would never get that concept. I would never understand the psychology behind that. But it's sick as fuck. That bitch got sentenced to 20 years up in prison. Okay. They said, bitch, she was convicted in December on 5 of the 6 counts against her, including sex trafficking of a minor, transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, and 3 related counts of conspiracy. She was acquitted on 1 charge of enticing a minor to travel to engage in an illegal sex act. Mama's 60 years old. So, damn, her and R. Kelly gonna be around the same age when they get out of jail. I don't feel bad for that bitch. Throw that bitch. Now, I'm going to say this. That bitch should have got more. She should have got more, okay? Y'all gave R. Kelly 30, bitch. Well, he been doing this for years. She been doing this shit for years, too. So, fuck that. But she definitely should have got more. She should have got life, to be honest. She really should have got life. Good fucking riddance to her. Girl, did y'all hear about, and speaking of some shit, girl, they shooting? No, that's firecrackers. Okay. I forgot. 4th of July next week, right? 4th of July next week. Anyway, out there in Germany, this old Nazi dude, they won't put his name out there. They won't even put his face out there because every time I see a video, every time I see a picture of him, they got his face covered up or whatever. 101 years old. All right? 101 years old. The Germany court just convicted him and sentenced him to 5 years in jail for his participation in the Holocaust, in being a Nazi prison guard at the concentration camp, a Nazi concentration camp guard, okay? For his part in, helping murder all those, Jews and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I said, bitch, they said, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you on your deathbed. You gonna die up in prison. Wow, I ain't never heard no shit like that. They said time's no limit. Okay, bitch, we don't give a fuck how old you are. You gonna pay for these goddamn crimes, okay? Because you been out here all free, willy-nilly or whatever. Now, I said, but that feels, I mean, I get it at the same time, but it's still kind of fucked up because he still was able to go freely and do whatever it is that he wanted to do for those 101 years or whatever. And now his last dying breath, which is probably won't even be that long, he done did everything. He ain't got shit else to do. So listen, just let him sit back and rock for a little bit. I don't know how I feel. But anyway, it is what it is. The biggest thing that actually has been going on in the world is this whole situation with Roe versus Wade. I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm not on here for no political shit. But I am a woman. And I really feel as though, on the one hand, I'm not really surprised that this happened. On the other hand, I kind of am, because we are in 2022. We are not in the Stone Age. We are not in the age where women did not have rights. We are not in the age where women couldn't vote. We are not in the age where women couldn't own property. We are not in that age in this country that none of those things apply. But that is exactly what it feels like they are taking us back to. The fact that we had to even have a case like this and a ruling like this in place years ago for women to have the right to the autonomy of their own body, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's a lot of flies out here. I don't understand why. Y'all see me flinching, that's what it is. Okay? But it's really messed up that we don't have control over our own bodies and what it say, the rights to it. And, you know, you have men and even these uber conservative ass women that are judging, but you got the Supreme Court that basically overturned this, and we saw it coming. We saw it coming because the memo and all that shit was leaked a couple of months ago. And you would think, or I guess some people probably thought, you know, since it was leaked, they probably would have went back and said, psych, you know, that's not real. That's not what was going to happen. But earlier this week, that's exactly what happened. Or I should say last week, that's exactly what happened. It was overturned, and it's a sad day. It's sad because I just don't understand. Like, it's a lot of things that, it is a lot of things in this world that has rules on them that I just don't understand. Why are there rules? I don't understand why are there issues, I should say. There are certain topics, certain situations. Why is it people get judged because of who it is that they love? If you want to use the Bible, Wild Southwest, if you want to use the Bible, which was written by man, especially the King James Bible, okay, to justify no same-sex and all that shit, mind you, he was gay himself. Yeah, go look it up. He had a whole ass male lover, okay? When I found that shit out, I said, bitch. So, you know, things back in the day meant different things for what it is today. You know what I'm saying? And if you even want to use the Bible to justify certain things, you also have to understand, but in that same text, that it says you should not judge because you are not God. And it's a lot of judgment that's going on. It's a lot of hate that's going on. When you say that God is a loving God, but yet you out here spewing hate, and you out here saying, oh, well, you're going to hell because of this and you're going to hell because of that. Baby, I might see you down there too because you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. And I thought you said no sin is greater than the next. You know what I'm saying? But you also committing a sin as well by judging, by being hateful. You know, so all these people who are out here being, you know, racist and all this other shit and judging and homophobic and this phobic and that phobic or whatever, bitch, you really think that you not going to the same place that y'all say I'm not going, I'm going, or people like me going? Because you're doing the same fucking thing. You're sinning. You're judging. You're being hateful. That's not the image of God. That's not what God does, right? Since you want to throw God up in there, okay? But then the whole thing with the women's body is common sense. Let people do what they want to do. Women, Ain't nobody telling a man what they have to do to their fucking body. Ain't nobody putting it in law saying you have to get snipped after this many kids, or saying that you can't get snipped, or saying that, you know, you got to chop your thing off for this or this or that. Nobody's saying that. Nobody is policing a man's body. And if they are, please put it down in the comment and tell me where it is where they're policing them at. But for some weird reason, women got to get their bodies policed. And it's been like that. We can't say that, bitch, I don't want to have this goddamn baby. You judge people because you women that comes out and they're 30-something years old and they never had a child. And you're like, oh, why haven't you had a child? Because it's not my thing, or that's not what my focus is. If it happens, it happens. Everybody is not out here wanting to have children. No shade to those that do, but everybody does not have the desire to want kids or to bear kids. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably can't. And you're judging them because they're a certain age and they don't have kids, or they're not married. Bitch, maybe they don't want to. Or maybe they're literally just trying to wait until the right one comes along. Why are we judging that? Then it gets to, oh, well, you know, you can't have an abortion. You can't get rid of a child because of this and because of that. It's a fetus. It's a embryo. It's not even a person yet. And then I get, you know, and my whole thing is this. Scratch that from the record. I don't care if you get an abortion. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you're here for it or you're here not for it. But what I care about is for a woman to have the right to make that decision on her own. People should have a right to make the decision what they want to do with their own bodies, okay? Their own bodies. You know what I'm saying? And so now they're trying to, basically, it's going to be like, bitch, you can't get certain type of medical procedures or whatever, because listen, abortions are not just because, oops, I fucked around and then I had sex without protection and then I got pregnant and I don't really want a child right now, so let me get rid of it. No, there are medical reasons for abortion, okay? People do want to have children sometimes, and then sometimes that does not work right. The baby is not growing where it's supposed to be growing, and it comes a life or death situation, and you're wanting to give your life up for something that's not even fully there yet, where you can just let that go for the moment, and then once your body heals up and you're strong enough, you can try again. I don't understand that concept of just not letting people. Damn, it's pissing me off, and I didn't even want to get that deep into it. And then you got Clarence motherfucking Thomas up on that damn thing. I can't stand that man. I really can't. Even from the very first time I seen him, I just knew something was off about him. You know, when you're growing up and you're in a black school and they're teaching you about, you know, black figures and all this stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, we got a black person up in the Supreme Court or whatever, you know, Thurgood Marshall, we got Clarence Thomas. And then when you get older and you learn all about this motherfucker and you see how much of a he ain't for us. All skin folks ain't kin folks. He's one of those uber fucking Republicans, okay? And let me tell you this, I have nothing against the Republicans who have sense. Okay, because everybody is not the same. Everybody don't have the same thinking. Some of them do, but not everybody have the same thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna put everybody in the same group. But you have that person that's just do too fucking much, and some of these motherfucking Republicans do too fucking much sometimes. Okay. And, you know, the police and the bodies, the police and the black folks, and the police and the black and brown people, all because they want to reserve their so-called race or whatever. It is okay, bitch. It is okay. That's not going to reserve the race. You want to know why? Because you still going to have white women out there that's going to have sex with black people. You still going to have white women out there that's going to have sex with any other minority. You're going to have white men that's going to have sex with black people or any other minority. You know what I'm saying? Any other culture, any other race, any other ethnicity. It's going to happen. Okay? Now, Clarence Thomas up here talking about the next thing we should look into is getting rid of like gay marriage and getting rid of this and getting rid of that. Bitch, you don't want them to do Love and Verse Virginia like they said. And if y'all don't know what that is, that's, the right for interracial relationships to happen, especially interracial marriage. And that's all he is. And you can look at him and you can tell I'm sorry, it is certain people that you can tell will never be with a black person, women and men, gay or straight. You just can tell, and then they prove you right when they show up and you see their history and you be like, oh. But at the same time, that's a tricky line too. I can be okay with it as long as you're not disrespecting the fuck out of your people. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you like, that's what you like. But as long as you're not disrespecting and, trying to, show out and all that shit, do what you got to do. Because sometimes, you can't help who you fall in love with. But then there are some people that literally seek out certain type of people because of self-hate and shit like that. And I feel as though with Clarence Thomas, it's a lot of fucking self-hate. Anita Hill tried to tell us. Anita Hill tried to tell us. And they laughed at her. And they said that basically she was lying. But, yeah. I don't know. The world is going backwards. And I feel like they're about to start overturning a whole bunch of stuff. And it's just at this point, brace yourself. Brace yourself for what's coming next. Because at this point, ain't shit gonna shock me. Okay? Whatever else happens is just gonna happen. And I'm just gonna be like, and they be like, just get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Yeah, we can vote. But at the end of the day, if that shit go to the fucking Supreme Court, we still got them motherfuckers in the Supreme Court that's there for life. So, there's that. And yeah, please, I hope y'all did go vote yesterday. I did. Moving on from that, speaking of this shit, bitch, let me tell y'all something. I logged on to Twitter this morning when I woke up. Okay, when I woke up. Girl, when I woke up. And I was like, why is Kimberly Elise? I seen a tweet from Kevin. He was talking about, people may not have the same opinion or something or whatever, and it had Kimberly Elise in there or whatever. It was like, you can't get upset or something like that. I was like, what happened? Because I said, when was the last time we was talking about Kimberly Elise? And I mean, everybody was just talking about it. So I had to go on the shade room. I had to go on. I said, oh, so that's what it is. Mama pro-life. And here's the thing. It is okay to be pro-life. But to be happy that a ruling to be celebrating and before a ruling that's basically telling a woman that they can't have any, control over their body and their reproductive system, that's kind of fucked up. And yeah, I'm going to feel some type of way about that. You're not going to get me to be like, well, I mean, that's just her opinion. Yeah, that's your opinion. That's fine. But basically, this ruling is telling like, what if something happened to you? That's my whole thing for everybody that's saying, okay, I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad that this happened. But what if something happens to you that you need to get it taken care of? God forbid. Something against your will happened to you. You're going to be okay with raising a child? Oh, girl, I just would never. Because, bitch, fuck that. I'm glad I am in the state of Illinois. So we ain't going through all that shit. Bitch, I go into Walgreens and they got Plan B right there. I said, all right. Anyway, Mama is a pro-lifer, and she basically said in the she had a little baby on the post, and she was like, millions of babies will be saved by the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And my whole thing is, why do y'all give a damn? Why do y'all give a damn who have a kid or not? Because your ass ain't raising the child. Your ass ain't raising the child. You're not putting in on it. You're not going to be watching it. So why do you care? We are already talking about these kids in these schools with overcrowded and all this shit like that. Y'all can't even take care of the kids that's here. So why are y'all caring about kids that ain't here so much? God damn. But anyway, so people was going in on her. They said, bitch, that's why Charles fucked your ass up and did what he did to you. And I said, Charles, I said, not Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Baby, y'all just went back. Somebody said That's why you now you gonna say some pro-life shit like this after old boy didn't let your kids fall out the window. I said, not four color girls. Now, baby, when they said that, bitch, I had not thought about four color girls in a long time. And after I seen that movie was traumatizing. That movie was so, I said, God damn, Tyler Perry. Now, let me tell you something. The only reason why I really wanted to see the movie was because Janet Jackson was in there. I said she was giving boss. She was giving... Now, Janet, let me tell you something, okay? I don't know who told her to cut her hair like that for this role, all right? Because it's supposed to give her like this power, independent, boss lady move. That's what I felt like they was going for. But since you up here talking about, you know, she was with the man, her husband was on the down low or whatever and all that shit, baby, I said, all the shit that you doing, it was giving me, you could possibly be on a down low too, and you probably be taking them down too. Girl, I said, bitch, you sure you ain't got a bitch in your back pocket? Am I the only one who thought that? Girl, I always think that about Janet. Y'all saw that video that she put up today? You know, she was up there stretching. Janet like 50-some years old, and that bitch still limber as fuck. Mama can still get it. She was one of my first loves. But anyway, and she will forever be. But yeah, so, you know, all of that. And people was just really going in on Kimberly Elise. Like, at this point, I know some of the people that was just doing it for shits and giggles, but some people were surprised. And honestly, when I found out what people was coming for her for, I said I'm not surprised. I didn't get up in my feelings about it. At this point in time, I just don't have the energy to be so pissed off, especially about somebody that I have not been thinking about for a while. People that is really not doing anything at this moment. You know what I'm saying? People that don't have an impact on my life, you know? And it's a lot of these so-called celebrities that are like that. Now, see, I like Kimberly Elise back in the day. I have nothing against her. But at the end of the day, I used to follow her because y'all know she used to be on Hit the Floor, the mama, Asha Mama. But she was cool back then. She was cool back then, and she used to watch my reviews or whatever for Hit the Floor and all that shit. We used to comment and go back and forth whatever on Twitter. And I love it when the cast be watching my shit or whatever. But anyway, so that was cool or whatever, and so I wound up and following her. And I don't follow that many celebrities. I really don't follow that many celebrities on Instagram or Twitter because I'm not that type of person for some reason. Like, I don't give a fuck what's really going on in your life like that. Just give me put your product out. I'm consume it, and then I'm gonna let you go about your day. I don't need to know all that shit, okay? Because I don't want to be disappointed. And I follow Kimberly, and I said, okay, cool. About like I'll say like 3 years ago or something like that, I really noticed that, you know, her Instagram just became so, it was like a scripture here and there. Like, some people put a scripture here and there. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm Christian, but I'm not like a strict uber Christian or whatever. I'm very much limber in it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not judging people. You know, you do what you do. Because I don't want nobody to judge me. But at the same time, I just noticed that damn near her whole Instagram post, all of it just started Christian this, Bible verse this. I was just like, oh my God. It became too much. I said, this ain't why I was following you. This ain't what I was expecting. So I just had to excuse myself and unfollow and let her go about her way. And so when I seen that this happened, I said I wasn't surprised because that's who she is. That is who she is. But some of y'all didn't know, and y'all chewed her ass up. Y'all wanna know who else got chewed the fuck up? Omarion. Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes the verses work out for people's favor, and then sometimes it don't. Now, I don't know which way this gonna go with Omarion, but maybe he should have said no, and we still would have been under the illusion that, you know, we would have still had some little empathy for him because of the shit that happened between him and April or whatever. Because y'all remember, let's speak 100% clear. If you was not on the Omarion train, a lot of people jumped on that shit when they saw what April did to him, like fucking around with Lil Fizz, his homeboy, or what we found out really ain't his homeboy, okay? Like, his band member. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, Okay. Oh, y'all saw that? It was like, girl, a mosquito was chewing my ass up and I had to knock it off, bitch. Girl, I be sacrificing my legs, okay? Like, I got some juicy legs out here and they just out in the open and shit. Bitch, and there's something on there now. I'm gonna have to cut this shit off. I'm gonna have to cut this shit short. Bitch, I probably ain't gonna get no more car confessionals from me, bitch. Let me stop now and I'll be back out here. But now, Omarion, we was on his side because of that. We was like, Abel, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. And Fizz, you ain't shit either. That's why Omarion was the face of the group. Omarion was this, Omarion was that. And then he came out and he was just being so unbothered and Mr. Zen and everything. You know, then all of a sudden he started eating watermelon and fruit online. And y'all was like, oh my God. Now, y'all want to say that shit was cringy as fuck what he did in the Verzuz, which it was. But the same ones that was saying it was cringy, half y'all asses was here for when he was posting it on his Instagram or whatever the fuck. Because every time I synced it on the Shade Room, y'all all up in the comments. Oh my God, I want to be that watermelon. Oh my God, he's so bad. Look at that. Now it was cringy. It was cringy because it was out of place, bitch. It was so out of place. We was like, hey, you gonna do that with your brother? In front of all these people like that? Okay. But ever since this Verzuz, baby, we ain't heard no negative shit about Mario. Everybody has been giving Mario, my boo-boo, so much praise, right? As he should, you know? He should be getting, you know what I'm saying? Even Ray J, like, we didn't even take Ray J. Like, the old heads in the game that can actually sing and actually respect the craft, they felt some way about, you know, the whole Verzuz, you know, getting up there and not basically respecting the craft. Like, you up here and you're not showing your talent and you're disrespecting it or whatever. The going back and forth and the jabs and all that shit that was happening in the first half. And I said, you know what, on the one hand, I agree. But also, this is Verzuz and this is what it's known for. This is what it's known for. Okay, this is why we tune in. We tune in to see the music, but we also tune in because we know that it's not to be the antics that's going to happen. It's all in good fun. It's all in good banter. It's not to be taken serious. And especially when you got a motherfucker up on the stage like Ray J. Girl, like, sorry, like, we're not going to take that serious. We just know it's going to be pure comedy, okay? But I understand from somebody that really respects their craft, it could have been better. It could have been better vocally. You know what I'm saying? But at one point, it's like Verzuz was not about vocals. Verzuz was about hits. So it's like, I mean, I get it, but then it's like, oh, okay, you know. At the same time, like, who car is that? Oh, they don't live over here. Girl, I thought that was my neighbor because she got a black car just like that, and that's the one I can't stand. But okay. Anyway, she a nosy bitch. She probably recording right now because she got cameras up there and everything. Any fucking way. Omarion, baby, they've been spilling your tea because he been putting out, you know, ever since he called B2K, said that he basically was B2K. That's a red plane. Which plane is that? I ain't been on a plane in a minute. I might be getting on the plane soon. Depending on how shit turned out, I might be getting on the plane soon, bitch. Okay. I ain't gonna tell y'all where just yet. But yeah. Anyway, let me get out of that and come back into this. Okay. Listen. Omarion started this shit by saying that he is B2K. He said J Boog and them with his backups, okay? Technically, yeah. All right. In a sense, yeah, because you was the face of the group, okay? But, you know, after all that shit, and then the Verzuz is over, he put up some post, and I think he said something about B2K or whatever, because in response to them putting up that David Ruffin clip of The Temptation and saying that he got served and all that shit. So now he put out something, and they responded. Baby J Boog put out a whole ass book, and basically what I got from that is they couldn't get a record deal. They barely could get a record deal with Omarion singing as the vocalist. You know what I'm saying? You know, J Boog did sing on some songs. It was another person that was really singing the lyrics to the songs that Omarion was supposed to be singing. You know, they said Steve Russell or something from Troop. I said, bitch, not the nigga from Troop. Oh, wow. And then they was like, you go back and you listen, yeah, them not Omarion vocals. He wasn't always in the recording studio. They said, you know, that the group broke up because of a girl that Omarion liked that didn't like him, and so he broke the group up or whatever. He started snitching and telling shit that was supposed to stay amongst them to other people, you know what I'm saying, I guess higher ups or whatever, which broke the group up. And then because y'all remember when they broke up and they went on 106 and Park, it was just Fizz, J Boog, and Raz B on that. And it did look like, when I go back and I look at that interview, they was saying stuff, but they wasn't saying everything. And so you can tell that it was a lot more shit that was going down that they couldn't say, but they wanted to say. And that Boog, he didn't put it all out there. Because at this point, Boog is the quiet one. Boog don't be coming out saying shit. Boog don't be, I mean, he had his problematic ways for a second. But when it comes to like just being petty and trying to be in drama or whatever, he don't be doing that. He quiet, okay? He just be minding his fucking business. And so now he unloaded the clip. He said, basically, this nigga was jealous. He was jealous because everybody like him and Lil Fizz were the fan favorite of the group. And to be honest, they were. They were. The girls love Lil Fizz because of his hair and his light skin. That's what it was. And that's what it is still today. I mean, y'all know. And we also love J Boog. Well, I like J Boog. J Boog was, you know, because he's the darker one, and you know, he just felt more smooth with it. You know, he was kind of quiet, almost like mysterious or whatever. So I kind of gravitated towards him. Like, let me just be honest with y'all. I ain't never listened to a B2K album in my life. I only know B2K singles. Okay, that is it. When they came out, I can't even say I was too old for them because we all around the same age. Omarion like 35, 34, something like that. We all around the same age right now. So, you know, damn, we all old, bitch. We all old, bitch. We halfway to 40, bitch. God damn. But, yeah, I said, oh, this been a humbling ass, because I ain't heard shit else from him. I think he's supposed to be releasing a song with T.I. I said, bitch, we don't want that. Everybody was like, who the fuck gonna be singing? Who gonna be singing on it? They basically said that motherfucker can't sing because he really can't. And it's not like he can't sing. He just not a strong singer, and we realize that he's a fucking studio singer, as a lot of these people are. And back then, sometimes they did have like a lot of people got on because the production around them make them sound great. But then when they did their live performances and then add dancing and all that shit into it, it wasn't too great, you know what I'm saying, the vocally. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know, he gonna be all right, but I hope this humbles him and let him not be so fucking cocky, okay? Because at this point, he let a lot of shit get to his head. He really did. He became really bothered for somebody that was unbothered, who's putting out a book called Unbothered. But all right. Meanwhile, let's move on to this whole situation with Caesar from Black Ink. Listen, a mess. At the end of the day, I never really liked Caesar. Even when Black Ink first came on, I never looked at it for him. I looked at it for the people that was around him. But yeah, I never looked at Black Ink crew for Caesar. I'm sorry, the ice cream truck came past, some other stuff I had to go check on. But anyway, yeah, I never looked at it for for Caesar. The people that I actually grew to actually like genuinely were Puma. I like Sassy from the first season. Who else? Them are the ones, okay? When Sky was on there, Sky made the show entertaining, because you just never know what she would do. But even the way that Caesar treated Sky when she went on and got her own shop, and you know, she had to open her shit up, and she couldn't come down there for his opening or for something that he was doing that he probably done multiple times already, and he got pissed off at her, and next thing you know, she wasn't on the new seasons. I said, oh, the way that they just left it like that, they didn't say why she left or whatever. I just don't like. And that's the thing with some of the shows on VH1, especially these reality shows. They show the toxicity between men and how they treat these women. And I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Even on Love and Basketball, Love and Hip Hop, I don't like the way the women be getting treated, okay? But with Black Ink Crew, Caesar was just really, and even that was my issue with Ryan on Black Ink Crew Chicago. Like, he was mad disrespectful, to the women. And I already talked about Black Ink Compton. I really can't stand KP and Tim on there, so it makes the show unwatchable for me. I will not be tuning in again, because all you have to do is get on my nerves once and, not do something that I like once, and I'm just over it. And so with Caesar, you see that shit just constantly progressing. And so the whole situation about the tape coming out with him, beating up on the dog and everything, and then him coming out talking about he was scared and he don't know who put it out, but that ain't me, and I'm sorry that I did this, I did a mistake. It ain't a mistake. First of all, you were not scared. The dog ran out of the house. The dog wasn't even by you. You went over there to the dog, and then when the dog wasn't by you again, you grabbed the chair and you hit it twice. After that first hit, the dog wasn't even moving that much, and it damn sure wasn't coming to him. And you hit him again, and it was loud as fuck. And I just want to know if the dog is okay, because the way he hit the dog with the chair, it sounded as if he could have broke the dog's bones, the ribs of the dog, okay? And I'm just like, wow, that's just fucked up. And you trying to say, oh, it's not you. It is you. That's who you are. And then let's not talk about the other dog that he aggressively threw up in the damn cage, okay? And now you want to go on this blaming thing about, it was his ex-girlfriend, Suzette, who did it and who put the video out, and the video is old. It don't fucking matter if the video is old or nothing. You just going on this fucking tour to try to clear your name or whatever, and your name will never be clear. And the issue that everybody has is these big corporations that will literally go behind their money cow, okay? Their cash cow for that particular segment of whatever section that they have going on. They will stand by it, stand by them, cover shit up. We see how they do shit like that. We see how they manufacture shit. We see how they make it seem as if this is happening when it's really not, okay? Duchess came out and spoke her piece about her relationship with Caesar and the reason why she did not want to do the show anymore. The way that they was trying to play and make it seem like she was still on the show. The way that, he had become like abusive allegedly to her, and she did speak out. As soon as she got off the show, she did speak out against him and against the show. But then she was hit with a cease and desist after that interview with the Breakfast Club. And I know people feel their way about Duchess, because I still feel my way about Duchess too. Duchess had a nasty fucking attitude, and I don't give a fuck what was going on in your relationship. She had a nasty fucking attitude before that, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. She had a nasty fucking attitude before that. So therefore, a lot of people just don't want to hear what she has to say. But, if that's her experience, that's her experience. And I do believe it, because she has spoken up on this before and it has not changed. You know what I'm saying? And, Suzette comes out and she want to say, yeah, he's abusive and showing the bruises on her body or whatever. But at the end of the day as well, I believe that happened, but don't try to make it seem like you a good person too, because of that whole incident when we were saying the shit happened with his daughter. You was on his side. You could have vouched and said, yeah, this did happen to his daughter because look at what he did to me. But no, you was on his side. But we also have to understand, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put my foot up. Y'all like, girl, this ghetto as hell. Listen, I'm trying to get a little bit comfortable, bitch. Okay, that's the foot that's fucked up. It was irritating me a little bit. I'm sorry. But no, at the end of the day, like, you have to understand that, what was I saying? You don't look good in this either. And when you are a fucked up person, sometimes it just make people don't want to, be on your side and be like, okay, yeah, that might have happened, but you still fucked up and we still don't care, But at the end of the day, we also have to remember when it comes to abuse, because somebody was going back and forth with me on Jay Lee's Corner video, basically like Ain't nobody make this person stay. Ain't nobody make her, especially Duchess, ain't nobody make her stay on the TV. And how can they not tell her she can't talk? Legally, somebody can do something to you. If they give you an NDA, if they give you a gag order, if they, give you a cease and desist, if they tell you this and all this shit, they can try to suppress your voice, okay? And it happens. But at the same time, we have to understand the psychology of what it is to be abused and to be in a domestic abuse relationship, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, psychological, all of that. It's not easy to get out. And there are some that be in a relationship with somebody that is doing all this shit to them, and they still so in love with them, and they will still try to protect them. It happens all the time. So let's not act like it doesn't. Don't act like, I know I'm getting my ass whooped and I know that I should leave, but I can't because I still love this person, or they literally can't because they're scared of what this person may do. You know what I'm saying? So people coming out being pissed off. At the end of the day, Caesar, you made your bed. Now just fucking lie in it. When he said that shit about, he wanted to get a lie detector test about what went on with his daughter, she said, bitch, you ain't try to get no fucking lie detector test. Now, let's stop fucking playing, okay? And I believe the daughter over him, and I've always believed the daughter, okay? Because Caesar has shown that he's an ain't shit nigga. A lot of people have shown that they ain't shit, and when they turn out to be ain't shit, I don't understand why people be surprised when they get proven to be ain't shit. Like, you've been seeing it. So take your shit, just go ahead and learn from the stuff and whatever. Because at the end of the day, you fucked it up for a lot of people. A lot of people that ain't got shops like you do, who won't be okay like you will because you got multiple shops already. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. And again, it's unfortunate that it took for a video. And it's not like we wishing for a person downfall or whatever. It's just that we want people to be held accountable, no matter who they are, of their fucked up ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get away with just being out here being nasty and evil to people, being ain't shit to people. That's not how you go through life, okay? And then you out here getting rewarded for it? No, that's not right. That's not right. Ludacris longtime manager Shaka Zulu got shot up in Buckhead, Atlanta. I said, in Buckhead? A couple of people got shot out there. I said, oh, it is come ghetto out there. What is happening? I hope he okay. Baby, they said 3 men were shot and 1 of them was killed. I said, wow, what is happening? An argument has popped off, all because of an argument. Baby, did y'all hear about them 50 people that was found in that abandoned 18-wheeler in San Antonio, Texas? I said, wow. It was only a few survivors, and I think a couple of the survivors actually passed away, because at first it was 46 that died. So after, I guess, a few more have passed away that actually survived the actual truck when people came to get them. But baby, they said it was stacks upon stacks. There was immigrants or immigrants coming in, and whatever happened, they fucked it up. And I don't know, they said, bitch, it was hot as fuck. It's like over 100 degrees. So basically, them motherfuckers just asphyxiated up in that goddamn 18-wheeler. I said, oh my God, the shit people got to do to try to... I'm not judging. I'm just going to pray. Congratulations is in order to Summer Walker. She announced that she is pregnant with her second baby by her boyfriend, Larry. Okay? And... we already knew she was pregnant because she had put out this picture, and you could literally see the baby, the belly. You know what I'm saying? You could see her stomach or whatever. It was giving very much pregnancy stomach because it was a bare belly. You couldn't help but tell. And then she confirmed it by getting on her Instagram, and I think she went live or something like that, or she just posted a video or whatever. And she was basically like, this gonna be a better one because it's with somebody that's actually good. Baby, let me just tell you this. I hope that happens. I hope so. Because just because a nigga is showing you good right there don't mean that shit can't flip. All right? You said all these good things or whatever about your other baby daddy, and now you're coming out saying this shit. And I'm not saying that, that's what's gonna happen. But I'm just saying, just be prepared for anything at this point. And I just really want her to stop talking about this man, because man, you come out talking about something. I wish I never had a kid with London on the track. Okay, we get it. Well, you the dumb one. Actually, I'm sorry to say it like that. If all his baby mamas is telling you and coming out saying that he ain't shit and he ain't with, why would you? Okay, it was right there. What was the excuse? The dick was that big. The dick was that good. I mean, I guess. Kim Kardashian is being sued for her skin trademark, the SKNN trademark infringement. It's this other company called Beauty Concepts basically said that they stole it. She stole it. And listen, she trying to say that it's a lie, it's a money grab and all that shit. At the end of the day, I don't know who to believe, but history is really not on y'all side, Kardashians, because y'all have stolen for a lot of other people. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's black people as well. So, listen, y'all coach vultures, so it is what it is. Exhibit wants his money from Pimp My Ride, okay? I don't know if y'all remember. Listen, back in the day, MTV used to play more TV shows besides Teen Mom and Ridiculousness, okay? Baby, listen, the TV shows used to be bomb, okay? And Pimp My Ride was one of the shows that I always used to watch. And for some reason, my young dumb ass thought that shit was real. It was so fly the way they pimping out them cars and everything. Come to find out that shit was fake as fuck. Come to find out it was just for the goddamn TV show, because you couldn't even drive the goddamn cars. After all the customizations that was done on it, you couldn't really drive it, okay? So when that happened, Exhibit came out and basically was like, listen, I ain't been getting no residual checks or nothing from this shit. So Viacom or whoever own the rights, whatever, y'all need to hit me up and y'all need to give me my money, which they need to. And see, now we got to go back to reading contracts and reading the fine prints and seeing everything that's being said or whatever, because it's too many people that's getting dicked around lately, and I just don't like it. I really don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope they get his money. Moving on from that, British Williams with 2 T's. That has always bothered me. I can't stand when people take regular names and they modify it and they put all these extra letters or extra spelling to it. Like, listen, if my name is Ashley, spell it Ashley. That's how it is. Okay, be simple, bitch. We don't need it to be Ashley, Ashleigh. That was a fucking hornet. I gotta hurry up. I gotta get the fuck up out of here, bitch. They trying to eat my ass alive, girl. I was talking too much shit. They said, shut the fuck up. I said, I'm almost done. But, anyway, girl, yeah, I don't like that. But, anyway, like, keep it simple, keep it cute, okay? And remember, your kids gotta go around in life and... If you're gonna do that, let it make sense. Sometimes y'all just be throwing shit together and I be like, what the fuck? Generic Quan. What is Generic Quan? Okay, Robinita. I heard that on TikTok. This little girl name was Robinita, and they was like, oh, her daddy name must be Robert. Yeah. I said, what? But it sounded kind of cute though. I ain't even gonna lie though. But no, she basically said, y'all know that she's still waiting for our charges, waiting trial for fraud charges, okay? Remember that she was brought up on some charges or whatever, saying that she was stealing identities and, you know, all this other shit. Her business was fucked up and everything like that. But, and writing bad checks and fake checks and all this shit. So mama might be going to jail, and it's fair shit, right? I believe. So she is on house arrest or whatever. She got a little ankle monitor on, and she wants the judge to allow her to take that ankle monitor off because it's making her miss money. She said she had allegedly, according to the lawyer, she had a campaign deal or whatever that was with Rihanna Fenty brand, and she couldn't even do it. She had to turn it down, and that was $30,000, okay? And that's a lot of money. for somebody to be, and I ain't even gonna lie, because bitch, I know you ain't getting paid that much to be on Basketball Wives. First of all, the goddamn season ain't even good. It's boring as shit. I don't give a fuck who tell you otherwise. It is boring as shit to me. Okay. Jackie too damn old to still be doing that shit. All right, they're doing the shit that she doing. But anyway, Jackie don't give a fuck about them girls. I feel like Jackie is manipulating and playing them girls, and that is why she is still on the show. Anyway, but Mama said she had to turn it down because she couldn't take them pictures, because the ankle monitor was gonna be up in the pictures, and we all like, that's where you get somebody to fucking Photoshop that shit out. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna turn down $30,000, bitch. Don't photograph my feet. We're not doing Fenty shoes. We just doing lingerie, okay? We just doing lingerie. Cut my feet off. That's all you have to do. To the middle of my legs and up, okay? And if I'm on the couch, cut it off. Cut it off at the end. That's all that it do. I said, you really just gonna give up? I mean, I guess she did. But British, we don't feel sorry for you because you got your own self in this shit. So hey, there's that. But the last thing I want to say is Showtime is making a TV version of the movie The Wood. I said, what? That is one of my favorite movies ever. My favorite black movies, of course, but one of my favorite movies, period. Okay, I will look at that at any time of the day, any fucking time. I might go look at it now. Okay, but listen, I'm here for it because I seen who was on the cast so far. I know Vince Staples is on the cast. I'll give anything a chance. I'll give all these reboots a chance just to see if I like it or whatever before I trash it. Even if it's some things that I feel like don't need to be rebooted or don't need to be having a series to it. But hey, it is what it is. I like to see it. I can't wait for The Best Man come out. All the clips that they put now with the cast just joking off on the sets and everything, it's making me long for it. And I didn't even think I really wanted it, but I do, and I will be watching because it's all the original cast. So okay, but anyway, you guys tell me how you feel, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go in the house. I gotta go get my shit ready so I can go do my other review for the night, and I will see y'all later. I hope y'all be safe. Y'all be cool. Peace.